Scott, W2BLT in Buffalo, New York, and I'll be your host for the first hour here on the Morning Brew for the 18th of December. For those keeping track, this is net number 1115, 1115. And like I say, I'll be your host for the first hour with Dickie on the log, and then we'll turn it over to Dick, WB2JPQ down in Eden. And he'll take you out through the second hour with Dickie. Question of the day is an easy one. I don't know if we've asked it before, but if we have, well, you're going to answer it again, I hope. What time do you prefer to eat supper? What time do you prefer to eat supper? And if we could keep it to the closest half hour, that would be wonderful. Let me acknowledge the text check-ins here before we do anything, and then we'll take our mobiles. We had KM7CGI, Larry, KA8BYU, Roy, K8UFM, Rando, N3DQD, Ray, KC2NJV, Wayne, KM4WZD, Joe, K1MCO, Jay, KB3EYR, Greg, W3CVE, Chuck, N4RSM, Richard, and 2BH, Bill, KI4EGQ, Bill, WA8PGV, Dan, and KE0GKF, Jeff. Let me go up and, just a reminder, at 10 o'clock this morning, we have the 20-meter net on 14.317, give or take one each way. Come join Roger and Randy, and hopefully propagation is as good as it's been here for the last few weeks. And we can make a lot. With that, let me take the mobiles. Mobiles only, please. Come with your call sign twice and slowly. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November. That is Whiskey Delta Foxtrot, Juliet November. WDF Lee, mobile. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie, Kilo, Echo 2, Charlie, Kilo, mobile. Kilo Jupiter 4, Zulu, Foxtrot Michael, mobile. On my way to physical therapy this morning. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. Guy in the walls, mobile. Alrighty, let me pick it up there and recognize KZ4JN Anders, KO4WDF Lee, KE2CCK Matt, K4GDS Gill, KJ5MLZ Ezra, KJ4ZFM Robert, KJ5GUY Guy. And do we have a station in there ending in GBM? I guess I'm too close to the clue this morning. All right, let's go up to Anders in Alachua, Florida. KZ4JN. Good morning, Anders, and what time do you prefer to eat supper?
Good morning, Scott and Vicky. I hope everyone's doing great. I'm glad it's Thursday. It's looking like a beautiful morning here. I prefer dinner around 6 o'clock time, so let's call it 6 o'clock dinner. Everyone have a great day. 73s, Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November. Back to you, Scott.
Alrighty, thanks, Anders. 6 o'clock it is, and you have yourself a great day, and thanks for joining us. KO4WDF Lee in Waycross, Georgia. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd say dinner around 7 or 8 o'clock, around 7 to 8.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Lee, and have yourself a good day. KE2CCK Matt in Frankfort, New York. Good morning, Matt.
Hey there, good morning to you and everybody else on the net this morning. Well, preferably if I had it my way, I'd like to have dinner about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's healthy to have it a little bit earlier in the evening so you have time to digest before you go to bed. Anyhow, this is KE2CCK back to net control. Have a good day.
Alrighty, thank you, Matt. You have yourself a fine day, and thanks for joining us this morning. K4 GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky. And Scott, I'm going to miss that call in the mornings. When I was growing up, it was always 5:30, but I'm married to a Brazilian that calls at lunchtime, so we've agreed on 7 p.m. That's our normal dinner time, 7 p.m. K4 GDS, back to net.
All right, thank you, Gil. You have yourself a good day, and thanks for joining us. KJ5 MLZ. Good morning, Gil or Ezra.
KJ5 MLZ. Good morning to you there. Oh man, I say 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. That's about the time that I would like to eat dinner. It don't happen like that all the time, but yeah, that'll be the time. Hope everyone have a great day. This is KJ5 MLZ, South Chase, Louisiana. I'm clear.
Alrighty, thanks, Ezra. Have yourself a good day. KJ4 ZFM, Robert in Deltona, Florida. Good morning.
Oh, good morning to the Brew crew. Good morning, Vicky, Dick, and everyone else in there, and hope everyone had a pleasant evening. I'm going to say my time is around 6 o'clock in the evening, the best time that I feel to have dinner. Everyone out there have a blessed day, and everyone stay safe. Kilo Jupiter 4, Zulu, Foxtrot Michael, Deltona, Florida.
6 o'clock it is. Thanks for joining us, Robert, and you have yourself a good day at therapy there. KJ5 GUY, Guy in Harvey, Louisiana. Good morning.
Good morning, Nick Control, and good morning to the Brew crew. This is KJ5 Golf Uniform Yankee down here in the Walls Metro area. Hammering down on the Front City Connection Bridge here, just crossing the Mississippi River, almost to the house now. Answer to your question today, I would say between 6:30 and 7. We'll call it, let's get 6:30. 6:30 we'd like to try and have dinner about that time. Back to you, Net Control. Thank you for taking the call, and everyone again, good morning. KJ5 Golf, Uniform Yankee. Lazy the one over day.
Alrighty, Guy, you have yourself a fine day. Enjoy the rest of it, and appreciate you stopping by. Let's see. Let me acknowledge a couple more text check-ins, and then we'll go up to the top of the list. We had KE9 at DAW, Levi, NA2B, Charlie, and N2ISK, Bob. Let's go to the top of this list. Question of the day, everyone. To the closest half hour. What time do you prefer to eat supper? Let's go up to Larry, KM7 CGI in Maricopa, Arizona. Good morning.
It's just my wife and I out here in the desert, and we eat around 4:30 in the evening, a little earlier now, but 4:30. Back to you guys. Have a great day. KM7 CGI.
Alrighty, thanks, Larry, and enjoy the day. KA8BYU, Roy in Blaisdell. Good morning, Roy.
KA8BYU. About 5 o'clock, roughly. Is about a good time. Back to you.
Thanks, Roy. 5 o'clock it is. Have a great day. K8UFM, Randall up in Brownstown Township, Michigan. Good morning.
morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki, and good morning to all on frequency. The answer to the question would be 6 p.m. With that said, this is KAUFM. Back to net control. Everyone have an outstanding Thursday.
All right, Randall, thanks for checking in this morning. You have a good day. N3 DQD, Ray down in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, the rest of the crew in there this morning. This is N3DQD. Around 5 p.m. generally, we try to get it on the table around 5 o'clock. Annette, this is N3DQD.
It is. Appreciate you being here this morning, Ray. Have a good one. KC2NJV, Wayne down in Belmore, New York. Good morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Scott and the rest of the crew, KC2NJV. We end up eating between 6 and 7 normally. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you, Wayne. You as well. That's one thing nice about me. I can decide what time supper is because I cook it usually. Have a great day. KM4WZD, Joe in Claremont. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to everybody on the crew. Put me down for 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Honestly, I'd like 6, and I planned for 6, but if I'm a few minutes late at my desk or if I run into some traffic, well, now I'm a few minutes late to the house, and now the princess is mad, and we can't have that. So 7 o'clock is just safer. Let's go with that. Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Y'all take care. 7-3. It's KM4WZD. Back to net.
Alrighty, Joe. Yeah, gotta keep the princess happy, I suppose. Have a good day. Jay, K1MCO down in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Vicki, and everybody on the Morning Brew. This is Kilo 1, my Charlie Oscar. 7 p.m., Scott. That's the dinner time for me. 7 p.m. The earlier, the better. Send it back to you. Nice to hear you this morning. 7-3 from K1MCO.
Thank you, Jay. And, I know you probably go back out I-4 at the end of the day, so you probably don't get home in time to eat dinner at 5 or 5:30. Have a great one. KB3EYR, Greg in Corryville, Pennsylvania. Good morning. This is W2BLT.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. This is KB3EYR, and I'm going to say about 5:30 is a good time for me to eat dinner. Hope everybody has a great day. Back to net control.
5:30 it is. You have yourself a good day, Greg. W3CVE, Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and everybody on the brew there. 5 o'clock for me there, Scott. Have a great day, W3CVE.
5 o'clock it is. Thanks for stopping by this morning, Chuck. Let's go to N4, RSM, Richard in Sumter, South Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning to everyone on the Brew crew. Put me down for 5:30. Thank you. Back to net control.
Alrighty, got it, Richard. Have a good day. Next up, N2BH, one of your hosts here on the crew. Bill out in Palmyra, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, everybody. Typically around 5 o'clock here. Leave some time for dessert. Off to the morning breakfast today, and hope everybody has a good day. N2BH.
Alrighty, Bill, 5 o'clock it is, and I gotta admit, ham's well. It's I thought you were going to say it was Goulash Thursday or something. Have a great day. KI4EGQ, Bill and Whit. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, and all the Brew crewers out there. I'd say myself normally about 6, but, you know, we're in that point where, you know, if we have a nice dinner about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, well, you know, that'll do us for the day. So do enjoy that sometimes. Hope everybody has a great day. KI4EGQ.
All right, thanks, Bill. We got you down for 6 o'clock, and you have a great day. WA8PGV, Dan in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Good morning.
Morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody on the Brew. My dinner is usually at 7 p.m. local time. At you, Whiskey Alpha 8, Papa Golf Victor.
All right, thanks, Dan. Appreciate you stopping by this morning. One of your hosts here on the Morning Brew, KE0GKF. Jeff out in Bellevue, Nebraska. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky, and everyone listening on the Brew. It varies, but about 4 p.m., Scott. Put for 4, Vicky. You know, one quick tip for y'all, how I stay slender at 6'4" and stay thin is eat when you're hungry. A lot of people go by this time clock. I eat at 6, I eat at 7. You know, they say eating after at 7 isn't great for you anyway, but going by a clock and eating even when you're not hungry, not a really great idea. Eat when you're absolutely hungry. Now it's time to eat. How I stay thin. Everybody have a good day. Back to you, Scott.
Alrighty. Thanks, Jeff, and I haven't mastered that yet. Appreciate you joining us and all you do. Let's get on to Norm. NY1, U.S., South Wales, New York. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody on the Brew crew today. And Scott, one thing I want to straighten out before I give you my answer, goulash is only on Wednesdays. So it's always goulash Thursday, so very good. Anyway, and a friend of mine here up in Rochester here, Jim, says ham stands for have another meal. So there you go. Anyway, so we eat at 6 o'clock, usually just in time to get ready for any evening nets that we might have. So back to you, Scott. Have a good day.
Thanks, Norm. I missed goulash on Wednesday this week, but it's coming up. It's that cool season. You got to have goulash now and then. Appreciate you joining us, Norm. And it's good hearing you last night on the open mic there. This is W2BLT. Next up, KD2YUI, Charles in Syracuse. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Everybody else on the Brew. Put me down for 6:30. We aim for 6:30, but usually it's minus or plus. Usually minus. Back to net control, KD2YUI.
It's going to be a warm one up here. N2ISK, Bob down in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning. ISK, are you still with me, Bob? Bob, if that's you keying up on the digital bridge, getting no audio at all, I'll come back to you shortly. All right, let me acknowledge these other text check-ins, and then we'll take some radio check-ins and run them all. We had KE9DAW, NA2B, KD3AJN, K8BAC, N8ZFH, and KE2GAT. Who do we have out there looking to join us on the Morning Brew? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Romeo. Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Romeo Portable.
Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile.
Whiskey Delta 8, Kilo Oscar Bravo, WD8 KOB.
Kilo Charlie 3, Uniform Kilo. Kilo Charlie 3, Uniform Kilo.
Kilo Charlie 1, Yankee Sierra India. Kilo Charlie 1, Yankee Sierra India. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot Alpha Sierra. Kilo Foxtrot Alpha. Number 2, Victor Lima Kilo, N2 VLK. Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Victor Mike. Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Victor Mike, in and out. AJ5, Mike Echo Lima. Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Echo Lima. Jose, Texas, in and out.
November to India, Sierra Kilo. Sorry, my echoing dropped out, so I'm back. Whenever.
Victor Mike Charlie. Kilo Foxtrot 0. Victor Mike Charlie.
Alrighty, we're going to hold it up there.
Echo, November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Alrighty, we're going to hold it up there for a moment. Let me recognize who we got here. We had N4, RHE, Roger, KF0, VMC, Timothy. Bob and Woodbridge checked back in again. We'll get him shortly. We had KJ5, MEL, Jose was in and out. We had KQ4, YPM, Brandon and Davie, Florida was in and out. Then we had Jeff and Lancaster, N2, VLK. We had KC1, YSI, Peter. We had KC3, UUK, Herbert. K2CMT, Mike in DeBerry, Florida. WD8, KOB, Rod. W8, WHK, Bill. AA5JW, James. And KE4DER, Bill. A couple stations. One sounded like it was a KB5 station. If you had a KB5 in your call sign and tried to check in, please come back twice and slowly. nothing heard. How about a call sign that had KFA in it? KFA.
That might have been KF8FAS. Chris, Wachian out. KF8FAS, Wachian, Ohio.
And yes, that was it. Alrighty, we got you. We'll be back to you shortly. Let's go up and visit with N2ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning, Bob.
Okay, good morning, all. Yeah, I got dropped somewhere. That's okay. Scott and everybody, good morning. And, you mentioned something that hit a nerve. High school, when we were graduating, we had like half days, and a couple of us would go out either horseback riding or going to have, it's the last time I remember having goulash when we went to a restaurant, so it was crazy. I'll have to make that, again soon. But anyway, well, yeah, also, another thing that I got is, now we're on food, well, Outback Steakhouse had something called Walkabout Soup, and I have finally found out how to reproduce it. They don't sell it anymore. I think it was too expensive. It wasn't worth it. But anyway, yeah, goulash. Yeah, I gotta look into that. Anyway, all right. So everybody have a good time, and see you soon. N2ISK.
What's going on with my radio, guys?
Alrighty, Bob, but the question of the day, I should have repeated it, was what time of day do you prefer to eat supper?
Sorry, I got off the track. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is usually the time.
Thanks, Bob. You have yourself a great day. This is W2BLT. Next up, KE9DAW. Levi in Jasper, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and Vicki. I just want to say thanks. This is very meaningful every morning to be able to talk to somebody and hear what's going on. My wife and I have been on keto for about 2 years, so we just eat one meal a day, but we'll call it dinner, and it's at 4 p.m. You all have a happy, holy day coming up, and take care of yourself. KE9DAW clear.
Alrighty, 4 o'clock it is. Thanks for joining us. Next up, let's go down to Charlie and Birdie, NA2B, down in Sun City Center, Florida. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Mickey, and everybody on the net from Birdie and I here in Tampa Bay this morning. 62 this morning. Gonna have a nice day, get up into the low 70s. 7 days, Scott, till the fat man comes. It's hard to believe. We just talked the other day. We couldn't believe it was 1st of December. Response to the question, we usually eat around 4:30, and we try to get that in. But, I have room about 8 o'clock for some little snacks while I watch TV. HI. Back to what you do. 2BLT and A2B, back to that.
Thank you, Charlie. You folks have a great day, and I appreciate you joining us this morning. Let's go to KD3, AJN, Anna, down in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Anna, and what time do you prefer to eat dinner?
Good morning, Scott and Vicki and everyone else in there this morning. I prefer to eat around 5. And I just wanted to tell Jeff, If I ate when I was hungry, I'd be eating all day. KB3HAN.
Well, I think Jeff eats all day, but he must have a high metabolism, because if I ate like he does, I wouldn't move. Have a great day, Anna. Always a pleasure. Let's go to K8BAC Alep in Britain, Michigan, one of your hosts here on the Morning Brew. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Vicky, everybody on the Brew crew. Happy almost Friday. 6 o'clock, because that's when we take our break at work, so that's when I grab dinner. And it kind of spills over onto the weekend. Getting ready to head off to work, so everybody have a great day, and we'll catch you probably tomorrow morning. KBAC, back to you.
Alrighty, Al. Have a good day, and don't work too hard. Hey, ZFH, Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. And the last working day of the year for me, so happy Thursday to everybody. And around 8 o'clock, we generally eat around 8 o'clock. Check me in and out, and it's ZFH, back to Nat.
Alrighty, Gary, 8 o'clock it is. Have a great day. KE2GAT, Walter in Lynbrook, New York. Good morning.
Hi, yeah, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Everyone on the Brew crew. I think the time that we've probably all agreed upon here is 6 p.m. And that's what we all strive for, plus or minus a half an hour. In either case, that's the answer. And so back to net control. KE2GAT, clear.
Walter, thanks for joining us, and have a great day. KE4DER, Bill in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning, KE4DER, back to you again. Yes, I'm married 54 years, and my wife died 5 years ago. So I eat pretty much when I want to, and I've had supper as late as 11 o'clock at night. But anyway, praise the Lord for having anything to eat. Thank you for calling that this morning. 73's to you. And KE4DER, back to you.
Bill, I didn't get what time you preferred to eat dinner.
Well, I would prefer 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Alrighty, 7 o'clock it is. Thanks for joining us. Let's go down to Spring, Texas. AA5JW. James, good morning. AA5JW, are you still with me? How about W8WHK, Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida? Good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here. It was 60 degrees when I got up this morning. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. A little chilly. Cold for me. Oh, it'd be too cold for my XYL. Anyway, I prefer 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What happened, but good time for me. And if I'm not quite hungry, I just try not to eat as much. But my son works on the dinners for us, so we have to get him when he gets them done for us. or even when he's not working, because he works from home. Anyway, that's it for me. 7-3s, everyone. And remember, Christmas is coming. This is WAWHK 7-3s, back to net control.
Alrighty, Bill. You have a good day, and thanks for joining us this morning. WD8KOB, Rod, Madison, West Virginia. Good morning.
This is WD8KOB. Well, good morning, fellas. Good morning, Nat. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. Let's see, my answer to the question is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's it. All right, have a great day. See everybody maybe tomorrow, Friday. WD8KOB, back to net.
All righty, Rod, 2 o'clock it is. Have yourself a great day. Next up, one of our team troublemakers here on the East Coast Reflector, K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Scott. Miss Vicky. Let's get business out of the way first, Scott. 6 o'clock. That's usually about the time I wore out my welcome in the Zoom room, so 6 o'clock is the official time that I prefer to have supper. And let me remind everyone that at 10 a.m. this morning on the HF game, 14317, join Randy and Roger for the East Coast Reflector 20-meter net. Back to you, Scott. Have a great day. This is Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you joining us. Had a little coughing jag there. Thanks, Mike, and we will be listening this morning, and nice to have you up on HF with us. Next up, Herbert, KC3UUK in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Herbert, and what time do you prefer to eat supper?
Yeah, this is KC3UUK. Good morning to everybody on the net. I'm old, so I eat early, between 3:30 and 4, so we might as well say 4 at the latest. Nowadays, and we're retired, so we can basically eat any time, but 4 o'clock at the latest. Back to the net. 73s, everybody. Keep safe out there. KC3UUK, clear.
Clock it is. Thanks for joining us, Herbert, and you have a great day. Let's go to KC1YSI. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Brewers. Thank you for having me in. Supper time for me is no later than 6 p.m. as needed. Again, no later than 6 p.m. as needed. Thank you very much again, and back to you.
Thanks for joining us, Peter. And I got to ask, did you just get your license?
I did on December 17.
Congratulations and welcome to the hobby. Good to have you with us. Let's go to KF8 FAS, Christopher in Waukegan, Ohio. Good morning.
And this is KF8 FAS returning. I'd just like to tell everybody good morning, and thanks for running the net. That's my second time checking in. And usually in between 5 and 6 p.m. is when we put food on the table. And I'll send it back to y'all. KF8 FAS.
Hey, Christopher, you have yourself a great day, and thanks for joining us. N2 VLK, Jeff in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Jeff.
Good
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody else on the Brew. I hope everybody has a nice day today. As far as the question, we try to eat between 5 and 6, so we'll call it 5:30. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, and I'll say 7-3, N2VLK.
Alrighty, we got you down for 5:30. Have a good day, Jeff, and thanks for joining us. Let's go to KF0VMC, Timothy up in Lincoln, Nebraska. Good morning.
Morning. Just want to say we eat about 5 o'clock, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be on your brew crew here. And so, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Vicki. And thanks to everybody else at this channel at this time. And we'll turn it back over to you. KF0 GMC.
Well, thank you for joining us, Timothy. And by golly, don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m., except for holidays, which, let's see, a week from today is a holiday. I'm playing hooky. Have a good day. Next up, my buddy Roger, N4RHE in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Top of the morning, Roger.
W2BLT, and the rest of the day to yourself, Scott. And clever cousin Vicky, November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo, 6. An inscription over the door of Victor Hugo's study reads, to rise at 6, to dine at 10, to sleep at 6, to sleep at 10, makes a man live for 10 times 10. I believe this is my penultimate opportunity to share a brew with you, Scott. Thank you for my enjoyment. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast, return to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Roger. And those are some good words. I like them. I never heard that before. But it's true. Have a great day, and like always, I appreciate you stopping by. This is W2BLT. Let's go to W2KDC. Dennis down in Dansville, New York. Good morning, Dennis. KDC, Dennis in Dansville, New York. Good morning.
Good morning. I've got 3 things going at once here. I've been waiting for a little while. Let's see, the answer to the question is we usually eat about 8 o'clock at night. I don't know, seems to be moving later as we get older, but don't know what the answer is there. So, that's my story for today. W2KDC, back to the net.
Alrighty, thank you, Dennis. Have a great day. Let me acknowledge some more text check-ins, and then we'll take some radio check-ins and run them all. We had KI6KQO, Zachary, KD4CHT, Alan, KJ5LJJ, Greg, W2RBC, Randy, N0CKV, Mark, KC2GRN, Joel, KE8SMN, Jeff, N6QDY, David, W2AJR, Andy, and WA2WWK, Ron and Amherst. Who else do we have looking to join us out there? Please come with your lights and slowly.
November 0, OMH, Uniform Victor. November
OMH,
0, Lima,
Mobile,
Uniform
in and
Victor
out.
Mobile.
Good morning.
Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Zulu X-Ray, KC5CZX Mobile, in and out, please.
WB8 BHL DRV in and out. KJ5 DRV in and out. BHL mobile in and out.
Kilo Echo 8. KO4 RXE. KO4 RXE mobile in and out.
Oscar the Golf mobile. November 5 Oscar the Golf mobile.
Uniform Delta Bravo. Kilo Bravo 2. Uniform Delta Bravo.
Oscar Zulu Golf mobile.
KR4 CKC. KR4 CKC.
Alrighty, let me pick it up there and acknowledge who we have here from the bottom up. We have KR4 CKC Bill, KA5 GSS Jane. Via the text, we had KB2 UDB Mike and Sebring, N5 OZG Joe and Metairie was mobile. We had KO4 RXE Wendell. We had a KE8 station in there. If you're a KE8 station, please give me your call sign again twice.
KE8 UOT Kilo Echo 8. Uniform Oscar Tango.
Alrighty, I got it that time, Rob. We'll get back to you shortly. We had KJ5 DRV Travis. We had WB8 BHL Ed in Orlando, Florida was in and out. We had KC5 CZX Daryl in Lubbock in and out as well. Have a good day, Daryl. We had N0 LUV David. We had W7 OMH Mike in Wading River was in and out. Let's go to the top of this list. Question of the day, everyone. What time do you prefer to eat supper? Let's go to KI6KQO Zachary down in Kissimmee, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the Brew crew. 65 degrees, Florida Central. And if all things are working well, 6 p.m. is dinner time or supper time. So everyone have a blessed day, and I'll send it back to you, Scott. KI6KQO.
It is. Thanks for joining us. KD4 CHT Allen in Princeton, North Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody on the Brew crew. Well, it's going to be kind of a busy day for me today. I'm going to go across the road to my aunt's house and help her and my two cousins make Christmas candy. So my blood sugar will probably be out through the roof tonight. But answer to the question is I would say 5 o'clock. That's what I try and shoot for anyway. And back to net, KD4 CHT.
All right. Have a good day, Alan. Thanks for stopping by. I got a mobile down here that I missed here. Let's go to N5OZG. Joe in Metairie, Louisiana. Good morning.
And that control is me and everyone in that. In New Orleans at the moment in the mobile. It is probably around 6 p.m. I would like to eat with family. I think put the family together is very, very important. But sometimes it don't always work that. This remind people, don't forget the real meaning of Christmas. This is Amateur Radio Station, November 5, Oscar Zulu Golf Mobile in New Orleans at the moment.
Alrighty, righty. Thanks for joining us, Joe, and you have yourself a great day. Let's go to KJ5, LJJ, Greg in Purvis, Mississippi. Good morning.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I would say 7 o'clock is about the ideal time for me. That's what time I've been used to going ever since I worked second shift. 7 o'clock. KJ5, LJJ. Back to you, net control.
Well, thanks for joining us, Greg. And just want to let you know you got a little bit of a hum on your connection there. I don't know if you're too close to it or what, but you got quite a hum. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to W2RBC. Randy, one of your hosts on the 20-meter net this morning at 10 o'clock. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. My preferred supper time is around 5 p.m. About the time I get out of the Zoom room every day. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2 RBC.
Randy, you have a good day, and thanks for all you do. N0CKV, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, the rest of the Brew Crew, everybody else on the net. 4 o'clock. That's the time we eat. Everybody have a great Thursday, N0CKV, back to net.
Alrighty, 4 o'clock it is, Mark. Appreciate you joining us this morning. This is W2BLT on the home stretch. Let's go to KC2GRN, Joel, down in East Yaphank, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody on the Morning Brew, KC2GRN. Yeah, we prefer to eat around 5:36 for our supper every day. When we can. Every day. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful day on the Morning Brew and the rest of the day. KC2GRN, back to net.
Thank you, Joel, and you have yourself a fine day as well. Appreciate you stopping by. Next up, KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, everyone on the Brew. This is KE8SMN. Preferred time here would be 5:30, Scott. KE8SMN, back to net.
5:30 it is. Thanks for checking in this morning, Jeff. N6QDY, David out in Sacramento, California. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicky, the Brew Crew, and everybody in the Zoom control room, N6QDY. Put me down for 6 p.m. there, Scott. Thanks for doing what you do. Have a great day. Back to net control, N6QDY.
David, appreciate you joining us so early this morning. Next up, W2AJR, Andy in Chickawaga, New York. Good morning, Andy. W2AJR, you still with me, Andy?
I'm here, Scott. Something happened to my... I'm not exactly sure what was going on. 5, my friend. 5:30 it is. 7-3, a great day. Thank you, Scott.
All right, Andy, you have a great day. Appreciate you stopping by this morning. WA2, WWK, Ron, my neighbor up here in Amherst, New York. Good morning.
WWK. Well, good morning there, neighbor, and all the people who are on the net.
We usually try it for 5:45, depending upon the season. Summertime is sometimes later because there's more activity outside. But that's what we usually try for WK.
Alrighty, thanks, Ron. 5:45 it is. Next up, N0LUV, David out in Houston, Texas. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning, sir. I hope everybody's having a great morning. I like to have dinner around 8, but at least by 8 anyway. It really comes down to my work schedule when I can get home. But hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and 7-3.
You as well. Appreciate you joining us, and have a great day. KJ5 DRV, Travis out in Pflugerville, Texas. Good morning. KJ5 DRV, still with me? Right along. KE8 UOT, Rob in Westland, Michigan. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm going to say we shoot for 7 o'clock. Doesn't always happen, but we do our best. Everyone have a great day. KE8 UOT.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you being here. KO4 RXE, Wendell in Crittenden, Kentucky. Good morning.
KO4 RXE in the mobile. I was in and out, but guess what, man? I always come back, especially when it comes down to that food. Yeah, usually 6:30 to 7 o'clock, but it's been as late as 9 o'clock. So, like my grandmother used to tell us, whenever the food is done, whenever the food is done. Back to Net Control, doing an awesome job. KO4 RXE, Wendell, Crittenden, Kentucky.
Alrighty, Wendell, you have a good day, and appreciate you joining us and sticking around and answering the question. KB2 UDB, Mike, down in Sebring, Florida. Hope the fishing went well the other day, and what time do you prefer to eat supper? KB2 UDB, Mike, are you still with me?
Yes, I am, Scott. I had technical difficulties here. It's 65, messy rain. Yesterday's fishing report, 42 shell crackers. Now, today's question was about eating dinner. Normally it's 6 o'clock, but when you got the snowbirds on here this time of year, it's 5 o'clock. So whichever time you'd like to take, you can either do a 5:30. But that's what we do, because if we go out to eat, it's got to be 5 o'clock. Otherwise, it's 6 o'clock. All right. Thank you for doing the net. Hello, Vicky, and everybody else in the Brew crew. And those in the Zoom room. We'll turn it back over to Scott. And thanks for doing the net. This is KB2UDB. Back to net.
Alrighty, Mike. Yeah, we got you in there. Thanks for joining us. Now we'll go to KA5GSS, Shane in League City, Texas. Good morning.
This is KA5GSS. Put me down for about 5:30. I'm a shift worker, so it varies, but if I had my time, I'd like to do it every day. It'd be 5:30. Hope everybody has a good Christmas. KA5GSS, back to Net Control. 7-3, everybody.
Alrighty, you have a good day, Shane. Thanks for joining us. KR4CKC, Bill in the Villages. Good morning, Bill. What time do you prefer to eat supper?
And Scott, I prefer at 5:30. Like to pass on, it's a beautiful day here in the Villages. It's finally warmed up to 60 degrees. Back to shorts and a t-shirt for me. Great day and a good Christmas.
Alrighty, thank you, Bill. You as well. Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. There's a couple more text check-ins here, which Dick will pick up and make a new list. Thanks to Vicky on the log and everybody that checked in with me this morning. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon. This is W2BLT, and it's all yours, Dick.
Well, thank you, my friend. I'm just thinking here, you only got about 2 more morning brews left with on Thursday, Scott, so you're kind of a short timer. And the question is going to be, what will Scott's last morning brew question be? That's going to be, I'd like to start a lottery just in categories. Will it be food or whatever, you know? Anyway, good morning, everybody. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. And Eden, New York, south of Buffalo, where it's 35 degrees and a light mist this morning. Home of the Eden Kazoo Factory. I say that every once in a while. If you've ever had a kazoo when you were a kid, or probably were made right here in the little town of Eden. Anyway, good morning to Glenn from Glen Burnie, Maryland, N3LLY. And our question this morning, let me unfold it here so I get it exactly how Scott's got it up there. What time do you prefer to eat supper? Good morning, Glenn.
Yeah, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the ECR team. Thanks for everything you all do to make this such an enjoyable night in the morning. The wife and I are creatures of habit, Dick. We definitely shoot for 6:30 every day. Anyway, 7-3, and 7-3 to the crew out there. Back to you, Dick, N3LLY.
And 6:30 it is, Glenn. Good morning to Johnny, Sydney, North Carolina, KQ4UHS.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. So my preferred time to supper, anywhere between 5 and 7. I never eat after 8 p.m., so somewhere between 5 and 7 is fine for me. Thanks for doing the net. KQ4UHS. 7-3, everybody.
O'clock it is for you, Johnny. That's my preferred time till I put 6 o'clock in. I think Randy said he usually gets out of the Zoom room about 5 and goes up, and that's kind of what I do, and between 5:30 and 6. 6 does seem to be the predominant here if you look at the pie chart. Good morning to Charles, KR4AEG.
Good morning, Dick. Everybody in the Zoom room. My preferred time is anywhere between 6 and 6:30. Somewhere right in there is a good time. KR4AEG, back to net.
Well, thank you, Charles. Constructive criticism. You are just a little bit hot. You're clipping on voice peaks, so you might want to cut down just a little bit, and you'll be great on, not sure what digital mode you were on. But anyway, good morning to Sal, W2SAL, who just joined the team here as co-host with Carlos for the Youth Net. Good morning to you, Sal. I heard you say the other night that you eat relatively late, and I was quite...
Morning, Dick and Vicky. Yeah, I'm going to see how Vicky tries to log this one. I hate when the food is hot.
that's all there is to it. Typically anywhere from 4 o'clock to about 8 o'clock at night. When things get ripe, we sit down and eat, and then I have that midnight snack again just before bed. I'll tell Vicky it's 6 o'clock. We'll put it down that way, and we'll see you in the Zoom room. W2SAL, back to net control.
And 6 it is. Oh, you got to do away with those bedtime snacks, Al. Good morning to Jim in W4Q. Been a regular on here for 545 nets. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky. Yeah, I really enjoy it. My wife enjoys listening to it. We're at 5:30. You all have a good holiday season.
Well, you too, Jim, you and your family. We try to do our best on here. We got a great team, and we try to put smiles on 140, 50 people in the morning. We're amazed at how many are listening, to radio reference and so forth. We might get between 130, 40, 50 check-ins in 2 hours, but when we start tallying everything up, it's amazing the amount of people. We get emails from people that are go into their offices, and their secretaries and office employees want to know what the morning brew question is. So I guess we're doing something right. We must be. Bill from Hobbs, New Mexico has been with us 861 times before. Good morning, Bill, KI 5PMI.
Good morning, Dick. Everybody on the brew, man. That's 800 times. It seems like I started just yesterday, I like to eat supper about 5:30 or so. Any that heartburn city comes around, so about 5 is usually pretty good. I hope everybody has a good day. KI 5PMI, back to net.
Thank you, Bill. Yep, that's 861. That's a lot of morning brew. Down in Lake Placid, Florida. Good morning, W2EM.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and Scott. Yeah, it's 70 degrees down here this morning right now, so yeah, as far as time, it depends on what's happening that day, usually between 5 and 6, so put me down for 5:30. That's about the time sales shows up if I'm having something good. So 73, everyone, W2EM.
Phil's in the Zoom room with us this morning. He had a big smile on his face. Everybody must be sleeping in this morning. There's not many in the Zoom room at all. Vicky and I and Sal and Stephen and Scott. Oh, Joe just popped in too, I guess. So when Joe checks in, that's probably going to be a late dinner. Joe eats late, so he might take the price for eating late. Ariel, good morning to you down here in South Florida, W4RHC.
Hey, good morning, guys. This is Whiskey 4, Romeo, Charlie in the mobile. In Alachua, Florida, more than the north section of Florida, here in the middle of the state. We're only about 65 miles south of the Georgia and Florida border. I've been here 35 years, believe it or not. I moved up from Miami. We usually try to do a dinner around 6:30 as the way my nurse wife gets home. And I like to eat earlier than that. I said the older you get, the sooner you have to eat dinner. At least for me anyways. But I do want to add one more cent. I do appreciate what you guys are doing here. Trying to keep the hair radio hobby alive. I started doing hair radio when I was 17 years old. And I'm 56. It's a good hobby. I wish that a lot of the young people would get involved with it. And I appreciate all you guys doing out there to keep the hobby alive. This is W4REC in the mobile, I-75, Alachua, Florida. Happy holidays to all.
I got so involved in what you had to say, and I had you wrong. I guess I was thinking you were in South Florida. We both Vicky and I missed your answer. What was the time you prefer to eat?
Around 6:30 or so. 6:30 or so is when my wife gets home.
Well, thank you. I heard when the wife gets home, but I didn't hear that the first time. 6:30 it is. Thank you for being there with us this morning. And every morning, you're, what were you? 188 morning brews for you. Bob, 820. KQ8U. Vicky's already got you down for you eat any time. Morning, Bob.
Morning, Dick, Vicky. You're right about that. Usually, dinner time, usually sometimes early as 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, sometimes it's 1 o'clock, but then I usually did it because I used to go to bed at 8 o'clock. It's right out there. Everybody have a good day. KQ8U, back to that.
Well, we're certainly going to try to have a good day today, Bob. It's 1 week from today is Christmas, so we got to be good. We want Santa to stop. Let's send this list, my friend Jim from Easton, Pennsylvania, 838TQ. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. We shoot for 6 o'clock. Anything later than that just lays heavy in the stomach for the rest of the night. Back to net control, KD38TQ.
Jim, well, let's get a nice list started, and I'll let Vicky say good morning to everyone. Let's see if we have any mobiles. Any mobiles at 8 past the hour? This is Dick, 11 past the hour. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, Whiskey 5, Whiskey Lima Hotel, mobile. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, that's 3 in mobile.
Three Echo Romeo Yankee, VA3ERY mobile, in and out, 73.
Let me grab it here. The last. There you are. The last station, all I heard was in and out. We did not get a call sign. Let me tell you what I got here. We got VA3ERY was mobile and was in and out. We have Justin, KQ4CTP, is going to stick with us. We have Bob from Australia, B4BYF. Vern, always mobile, foot mobile, VA3CRF, is going to stick with us. And we got Wayne as well, W5WLH. Let me get a few more on the list here, and I'll send it over to Vicky and let her talk to you guys this morning. Anybody anywhere, twice and slowly, as Scott has named this, twice and slowly. That is from Scott, I think, from day one. Call signs only, guys.
Close off, whatever. Rectal 3, close off, whatever.
KD60IQ, Kilo Delta 6 Delta. Back, in and out. Echo Papa.
Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo.
All right, we'll hold up there. We got KJ5 DXB. KD6DIQ in and out, VE3TGN, VA3ERY in and out, KQ4CTP, VK4BYF, VA3CRF, and W5WHL. We had two in there, quick keyed a little, so we just got the last, first one, ending in EP. Can you come again, please?
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa. Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa.
Alright, we got you that time, thank you very much. And we had another one that ended in JL.
November 8th, we just landed. How about that? N8WJL.
And we got N8WJL. Alright, at the top of this list, and Mobile Wayne, W5WHL. What time do you prefer to eat supper?
Good morning, Vicki. We try to knock it out by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. here in Texas. Whiskey 5 WLH, back to net control.
Alright, thank you. And Vern, VA3CRF.
Good morning, Vicki, Nick, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up for a walk. It's 30 degrees already, getting up into the mid-40s with some rain. So I don't know where all this snow is going to go. We'll see how that goes today. In terms of the question of the day, generally have dinner around 6:15, 6:30 when my wife gets home from work. Thank you so much for doing it, Vicki. You are an amazing auger. I mean, it's quite shocking sometimes the signals you can pick up. Hope everyone has a great day. VA3CRF.
Thank you, Vern, I appreciate it. Next up, VK4BYF. VK4BYF. On to the next, Justin, KQ4CTP. What time do you prefer to eat supper?
Good morning, KQ4CTP here. Put me down for a 5:30 or 6, something like that. Have a good day, everyone. 73 back to net, KQ4CTP.
I'll put you down for 5:30 just to be a little different. Jay, N8WJL.
Yeah, well, you can put me down for, about 6 as well. This is N8WJL.
Thank you, Jane. On to Tim, VE3TGN. What time do you usually eat supper?
Yeah, good morning, Vicki, and everybody on the Brew there. 6 o'clock, usually 8 or sometimes it's 5, but mainly 6, because on a Thursday I go for Thursday day. Go back to the next. This is VE3TGN. This is on to WC and WC and 82 up.
It starts on 6, and it seems I get a bus. Can't stop eating until about 10 till I go to bed. So not sure what the positive is, but anyway, yeah. From 6 until 10, seems everything I see I got to eat. Over.
just kind of grab a time in the middle there. Thank you very much, Frank. KJ5DXB.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Dick, and everybody in the Brew Crew. Put me down for a 6 o'clock reservation, please. Thanks for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Vicky.
Your 6 o'clock reservation is confirmed, and I'll take a mandatory 10% gratuity. On the text check-in, we've got HC4DA and WA8CLG, but first we'll take some more check-ins. Twice and slowly, please.
Whiskey 6, Kilo November India, mobile. Whiskey 6, Kilo November India, mobile.
November 5, Golf India, and 5 GI.
Kilo November 4, Two-Tone Blue, KN4, TTB, in and out this morning.
Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta. Whiskey 8, Bravo, Papa, Delta. W8BPD. KF8, DRC. KF8, Detroit Black City.
6 OWM, Kilo Delta 6 Oscar, Michael, in and out.
Alright, we got KD6 OWM, in and out, KF8 DRC, W8BPD, KC3 FGD, KN4 TTB, in and out, thanks for stopping by, N5GI, W6 KNI, and actually we're going to go to you first, W6 KNI, Caleb, what time do you usually prefer to eat supper?
Good morning, everybody in the net. This is Caleb, W6KNI. Typically, when I was growing up, ate around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Kind of late dinners when I was growing up. But now I'm eating dinner probably about 5 or 6 with the 2-year-old now. So that way she can get on bed and get to bed early. Sorry, I just woke up. You guys know what I mean. W6KNI, Caleb. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb. This is Vicky, K8DKY. And just remember, the question is, what time do you prefer to eat supper? Let's go to Brian, W8BPD.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. I prefer to eat somewhere around 6 o'clock, but with everybody's schedule at the house, we never know exactly when we're going to eat. But back to the Brew, back to that W8BPD.
I think we'll put you down for sure. W8CLG.
Did you call WA8CLG?
Yes, I did. What time do you prefer to eat dinner?
Good morning, everybody. And I guess I'm kind of different from most anyway. I eat my main meal of the day at noon, which I guess you'd call my supper, and then I have a light snack later in the evening around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So that's my story. Back to you, Vicky, WA8CLG.
All right, you're the first person to say new. Not many people, not too many people that are too far off of there, but next up, Don, HC4DA.
Thank you very much. Say hello to everyone on the net. I would be at 7 o'clock for my supper. Anyway, I'll turn it back to that. HC4DA.
Thanks for stopping by. And from the village is Rick N5GI.
Good morning, Vicki, and everybody on the Brew Crew. It's a beautiful day down here in the villages. Nice Thursday. As for the question of the day, we try to eat at 6 o'clock. This is N5GI, back to net.
And Ray, KC3FGD.
Hey, good morning, Vicki. Everyone on the Brew. We try to do it around 5 o'clock. Beautiful morning here in Lancaster County, PA. Back to you, Vicki.
Thank you. And on to Jack, KF8DRC.
Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I eat about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's all I have for you, Vicki. Have a good day. KF8, Detroit Rock City.
All right, we got you in there. And on the text check-in lineup, we've got KO4QMM and N7FGP. First, we'll take some more check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November, N8, MJN, mobile, in and out.
This is Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, KBA PLV, Chris.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform X-Ray, Mike Ryan, Royal Oak, Michigan, mobile, in and out.
Victor Alpha 5, Mexico, Tom in Moose Jaw.
Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha X-Ray Charlie. Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha X-Ray Charlie, mobile.
Romeo 4, Golf Zulu Victor, Kilo Romeo 4, Golf Zulu Victor, in and out mobile.
All right, there was somebody in there sounded like VA5M. Can you come again, please?
Victor Alpha 5, Tango, Mexico. Victor Alpha 5, Tango, Mexico. Tom in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Whiskey 2, Alpha Juliet Victor. Whiskey 2, Alpha Juliet Victor.
All right, we got you in there. So we've got WA2, AJB, K6, AAN. KR4 is GZV, in and out, KJ5, AXE, VA5TM, KE8, UXM, in and out, KB8, PLV, N8, MJN, in and out, KO4, QMM, and at the top of this list, Scott, N7, FGP. What time do you eat?
Good morning, Vicki, and hello, Dick. Oddly enough, I like to eat at 5:53. Thanks for doing the net, N7FGP.
Thank you very much. And next up, Roger, KO4, QMM.
Good morning, Vicky, Dick, and the Brew crew. You can put me down for 6 p.m. That's about dinner time for me. And we should be all set up for the 20-meter net at 10 a.m., 14.317, give or take, how busy it is. And our question of the day will be, are you doing the 12 days of Christmas? Always a holiday favorite. Dicky Dick, KO4QMM clear.
Thank you very much. I was reading my call signs. My son comes in, he's like, why the heck are you just calling out random letters? But anyways, from Novi, KB8, PLV.
Good morning, Vicky. Thanks for having me on the net today. With all the kids out of the house, we eat later, so put me down for 6 p.m. That's generally when our schedules align. And it's nice just to have a simple meal and continue into the week. Everyone have a good week ahead. This is KB8 PLV. Back to net.
Six it is, Tom, VA5TM.
Morning, Vic. It's 20 Celsius, and we had rain, freezing rain, and snow yesterday. Back to net, VA5 Tango Mike.
Morning, Tom. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. We missed your answer. There was a Long Island node that was keying up over the top of you. We missed what time do you like to eat? Good morning, Tom. Moose Jaw, that sounds like a place, Tom. What time do you like to eat?
Between 5 and 5:30, over.
Hey, thank you, Vicky. I'll put you down there. Lewis, Houston, Texas. Good morning, KJ58XC.
Good morning, all. Let's say 7 o'clock by the time I get home. KJ58, back to net.
7 it is. Valley Springs, California. Good morning, Mike. K68AN.
Hey, good morning to everybody on the Brew crew. About 1730 to 800 hours for me. Back to net control. This is K6AAN. Have a great day, everyone.
We're going to try, Mike. It's warming up here in Western New York, like I said earlier. I think we're up about 35 or something like that. Yeah, 35 degrees. And I had light mist in the air when I was last upstairs, so probably melt a little bit of snow today. Tony or Anthony, good morning, W2AJV.
Well, Dick, it is always good to hear your voice and talk to you when I'm happy. And so does Vicky and everybody. I like eating any 5 and 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back to net, W2AJV.
We'll see how Vicky winds that up, okay? Donnie, Jacksonville Beach, good morning, KM4CTB. Haven't talked to you for a while, Donnie.
Hey, good morning, Dick, Vicky, and everybody on the net. KM4CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville Beach. Getting a little bit of light rain, 63 degrees here this morning. Yeah, we like to eat about 5:30 or so now that we're in the retired world. Used to eat a little bit later, but 5:30 will work for us. Good to hear you, Dick. Have a great day. KM4CTB, back to net.
You as well, Donnie. 5:30 it is. The voice of Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, W4PPX. Hi, John. WF4PPX. Don, are you still with me? We'll come back to Don. Maybe he had to step away. New stations, twice and slowly placed for the morning brew. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. We got a long way to go, 35 past the hour, twice and slowly.
Golf, Lima, K4, GGL.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Lima, KO4, MML.
N1 CBM, N1 CBM.
2069, wherever that IRLP note is, twice slowly, please. Carlos, N1 CBM, good morning to you, Hollywood, Florida, Mark in Orlando, KO4MML. Joshua, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, K4GGL. Let me see if Don's back, W4PPX. Don, are you back with us?
Yeah, good morning, Dick. Sorry about that. I checked in with the text line, didn't have the radio on yet. Put me down for probably 5:30 in the afternoon. That's what I grew up doing and stayed with me for many, many years. Have a good day. Hope everybody has a good one. 7-3. W4PPX. Back to you, Dick.
I figured that's what happened. Vicky said you texted in less than a minute and a half ago, and I had already called you, so. Joshua, good morning, K4GGL. Looks like you've only been in here once before. Welcome.
Everyone, that's a very poignant question in my house. My oldest son wants to argue with me and say 8 o'clock is correct, but for me, I'm shooting for 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
5 o'clock is. Well, Mark, Orlando, Florida, KO4MML. What's it going to be this morning? Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'll say 5 o'clock also.
5 o'clock it is. Thanks for being there, Mark. Carlos, Hollywood, Florida, one of our hosts on the Usenet, N1 CBM. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. It's a pretty day down here in Hollywood. For us, it's got to be between 7 and 8 p.m. It's not a set time, but that's a pretty good ballpark for us, between 7 and 8. And 1 CBM, back to you, Dick.
And 7 it is. Good morning to Ryan in Orlando, NY20.
Morning. That was very fast from the text line check-in. Could I hear the question again, NY20?
Yeah, we didn't have any backup at all. I think you just texted in. Vicky put you right in, so that worked. We caught 2 people. We caught Don and you this morning. Yeah, what time do you prefer to eat supper? What time do you prefer to eat supper is our question this morning. I should have mentioned it for our latecomers. And this is Dick, WB2JPQ.
All right, well, I think I usually end up around 7 or 8. I work a little bit late, so usually after when the wife and I are home and when we can start eating. Back to net control, NY20. Thanks for checking me in.
Thank you, Ryan. You have a nice day. Let's go up to our friend Tim in Windsor, Ontario, VE3TCS. Good morning, Tim. Get everybody
everybody on frequency, E3TCS, Tim in Windsor here. Boy, you get to me really quick. I really enjoy that. I think the question might be, what is normal time around here at 6? I prefer 5, but she does 6. Would that be correct? Over.
Yeah, that's the answer that we're looking for, Tim. Yeah, what time do you have? What time is the question of the day. Thanks for being there, Tim. And yes, we are. We didn't have any backups, and we're going right off the text line as soon as they come in here, which is unusual. We're going down to Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Probably hit it within a minute. We got you. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the crew. Answer to the question this morning is between 5 and 6 o'clock. 73 to all. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for taking my calls. Any day, Joanne.
Thank you, Mike. Let's see if I have any mobiles. Have any late people getting out of the house at 8:45 on the East Coast, or 8:41 on the East Coast, mobiles only.
8, November Yankee Mike. Whiskey 8, November Yankee Mike.
8 DWB, KF8 DWB.
Name, it comes up KQ4KBJ. I'll bet you that was your previous call. Good morning. And we got John from Toledo, KF8 DWB. Let me go right up to Orlando, W8NYM. You'll have to give us your name. We're, Vicky's got it, I guess, already. So, good morning, Al.
His call sign, I got it from my late father-in-law. He passed away in 2012 and had just renewed his license, and so I was able to get it as a relative a couple of years ago. So I remember him every time I play on the radio. I prefer to have dinner probably around 6 o'clock. It varies, depends on when we both get home. But that's about it. So this is Whiskey 8, November Yankee Mike. Thank you.
All right, next time around after midnight, your call will be in our database. We won't have that issue. Toledo, Ohio, John, KF8 DWB. Morning, John. What about you? What time do you like to eat dinner, supper?
Morning, guys. Yeah, I'm in Temperance, Michigan now, just cruising into work. And anytime before 8 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock is a beautiful time to eat, I think. Get home from work, get settled in, and there you go. All right, thanks for having me on here at KF8 DWB.
On the Toledo, or you're on the Oregon, Ohio repeater. Nice to hear you. Anybody anywhere? Call signs twice and slowly. Got 15 minutes or so to go here this morning.
TWU, Victor Echo 2, Victor Alpha Whiskey.
Alpha Echo 1, Mike Victor, AE1MV. E1 KLA Mobile.
Kilo Golf 8 Quebec.
W2 KJV, W2 KJV.
November 1, Whiskey, Echo, Bravo, and 1 WEB. KD2IWN, KD2IWN.
Victor Sierra Alpha 3 Golf Papa Hotel.
C2LEF Mobile, KC2LEF Mobile, in and out. Have a good day. United NW3, in and out today. Thanks a lot.
Well, let me grab it. That's quite a list. Good morning to David, Gardner, North Carolina, NW3U. Got Ray, KC2LEF. Good morning, Ray. And gee, I just realized I never got back to you. You sent me the newspaper, and I totally forgot to get back to you. I get so darn many emails every day, and sorry for that, Ray. You have a nice day. It's nice to hear you. Stop in the Zoom room sometime and say hello to us. We got Jeff, VA3GPH. Tim from Hamburg is with us, along with N1WEB Web. Leo from Fort Lauderdale. Jose, St. Cloud, Florida. We'll get to you in a minute, Jose. Give you the text line. And Tony, W2KJV. Jeff, KG8QP. Douglas, KW1AM. You're new to this net. Good morning, Douglas. We'll get to you in just a minute. AE1MV. And Renee, VE2VAW. I guess we're going to start with you, Renee. Good morning. And our question today for everybody is, what time do you eat supper? Good morning. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
73, Dick. Thank you for giving me the mic. Your answer is about around 5 or 6. That's for supper for me. I gave a 73 to all station. You understand me from the Granby, Quebec, Canada. Thank you, Dick. And 88, Vicky. Thank you. I give you the mic.
Well, thank you, Renee. Thanks for being here. AE1MV. Good morning. AE1MV, are you still with us? It might be you keying up. One more time, try it. It might be you trying to key up on the Plattsburgh, New York repeater. AE1MV, is that you? Matt, let's go to Douglas. Looks like your first time check into the morning brew. Douglas, good morning to you. KW1AM. These guys were in and out. AW1AM, are you still with us, Douglas? With that, I know Jeff is with us from Perrysburg, Ohio. Good morning, Jeff, KG8QP. Good. Still here, so I like to get around 5 o'clock. Maybe that's perfect time in the perfect world. With that, Jeff, I'm not sure. You were very noisy. It sounded like 2 people. And was that you, Jeff, that just... and give the times again, Jeff, if you would, please, if that was you. Yes, sir. 5 p.m. is the perfect time. Okay, we got you now. Vicky just said Perrysburg is near Toledo, and that's how you're getting in here. So we got you. Good morning to Tony, Homosassa, Florida, W2KJV.
Morning, Dick. Good morning, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Tony here at Homosassa, W2KJV. Let's see. We try to eat dinner around, or supper around 5 o'clock. sometimes a little bit late or earlier, but we hope everyone has a great day. Back to you, Dick. W2KJB.
5 it is, Tony. Good morning to Jose. Where are you headed this morning? KO4FPM.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the morning brew. Tonight, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm heading towards Orlando. I'm in traffic right now.
Well, we got to 5:30, 6 o'clock. You must be downrange this morning out of Orlando. You're pretty noisy. But we got it. You have a nice day, Jose. Let's go down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Leo, K4ITA. Good morning to you, Leo.
Good morning. Good morning, Dick and Vicky. Good morning from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. 75 degrees this morning. Windy, but a nice day. And it used to be 8 p.m., but I'm getting old, so now it's 7 p.m., and then I go to sleep late, not before midnight. Everybody, great day, K4ITA.
Mickey's got you down for 7 o'clock. Webb and 1WEB, who part of the team here that helps us out on groups.io, which we certainly appreciate. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Dick, and thank you, Vicky. Coming in on Echo Link today. Hope I'm sounding okay. You can put me down for about dinner at 6:30 tonight, and you can come by and take the order if you'd like. Thanks for running the net. N1WEB.
Well, there you go. 6:30 it is. Somebody asked Ricky to put a reservation in a little bit earlier, and I guess he had a cover charge on it, so you might not want to do that. Thanks, Webb. Tim, good morning. KD2IWN.
Good morning, Dick. Vicky, everybody on the brew this morning. On average, it's between 6 and 7 o'clock, but that varies a lot. Especially like tonight on shopping night, when we get get home until after 7. So it varies, but on average between 6 and 7 p.m. Everybody have a great day. 73, this is KD2IWN.
All right, 6:30 looks like it'll work for you. Thank you, Tim. Let's go to Jeff, VA3G. Good morning, Jeff.
Everyone on the Brew Crew this morning. Jeff here in Etobicoke, Victor Alpha 3, Golf Papa Hotel. You can chalk me down for 1700, 5 o'clock. And someone else is cooking. I'll eat at whatever time they're serving. Thanks, 730.
Thank you, Jeff. You're a first-time user here on the Morning Brew, so welcome. Hope to see you back tomorrow. My friend Ray, KC2LEF, was in and out. David, Gardner, North Carolina, NW3U. Good morning, David. W3U, David, are you still with me? Usual for David, but maybe he got busy. Good morning to Toledo, Ohio. Ronald, looks like you're new to the system and new to the net, of course. KF8DXC. Good morning, Ronald. And if you go by Ron, we can always put a nickname, whatever you want in there. Good morning to you. First time user here on the East Coast.
F8DXC. Ronald, are you still with me? Might have got out of range. Let's get back here to Western New York. Frank, Lancaster, good morning, KC2JPQ.
Good morning, Dick and Vicky and everybody listening to the Brew. I like dinner about 5 and not much. The snow's a little melting. We're getting a little warm weather over there, Dick, so that'll be good. I'll send it back to the net, KC2JPQ.
Yes, sir, Frank. I'm up to 38 here. Came up about 3 degrees since I started at the top of the hour. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. Next up is Daryl, WB1DXN.
Good morning, Vicky and Dick and the rest of the morning crew. I like to have dinner by about 6 o'clock. It all depends on what the princess says. She comes home and makes some dinner, or sometimes I'm left on my own to find what I'm going to eat. And today, it's going to have a high of 44 today. And 7, and then it crashes again. And so beyond that, then just be careful of what you do out there in the roadways and any other place you do. Look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead. Always expect the unexpected and have a way out. WB1DXN.
Joe from Concord, New Hampshire. We don't hear a whole lot from that part of the country, so it's good to hear you. Last on this list, before I take some in and outs, I didn't realize we were coming up to the top of the hour, is the Rex from Crystal River, Florida, KJ4LXJ.
Station from Crystal River, Kilo Romeo 4, India Bravo Papa.
KJ5, WGR, KJ5, WGR, in and out. Not holding it. It must be a little bit downrange. Yeah, we weren't holding the homicide repeated. So
yeah, Alpha Mike, I'll be in and out this morning.
Let me grab it here. There we go. One more time, Rex, you weren't holding the homostats or repeater, so we didn't get your answer. We got the KR4IBP, something like that check. Let's take some in and out, Vicky. We only got a couple minutes. Who we have that would like to get in and out here this morning? Call signs twice and slowly. In and out stations only. KJ5, WGR, KJ5, WGR, Houston, in and out.
Whiskey 9, Sierra Alpha Mike, W9, SAM, I'll be in and out this morning.
Kilo 8 November Romeo, Kilo 8 November Romeo, in and out.
Kilo Romeo 4, India Bravo Papa, Gayville.
KF8DJQ, KF8DJQ.
KD8Q, KD8Q. We picked up several new people there this morning. Good morning to Michael, KD8Q.
from Ohio. And the voice of Bowling Green, Ohio. Good morning to you, Kevin, KF8DJQ, KR4IBP. That's not coming up. Perhaps that's a new call. We'll wait for our database to catch up. K8NR, Neil. Good morning to you. Thank you for checking in. W9SAM, Sam. Unusual that you're in and out, but good morning to you. And Walter, KJ5WGR from Houston. Well, that'll do it. It's the top of the hour. Thank you, Scott, for doing the first hour. Vicki for logging and being in net control. And have a good day, everybody. Thanks for starting your day with us. And here at 10 o'clock at 14317 for the 20 meter net. Join me tomorrow morning, and then we'll be doing the second cup as well. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
This is